garage sales we had. When we first started out, we had no money, so the girls come up with ideas to start having garage sales. When people would have garage sales, the stuff that they had left over, we'd go pick it up and resell it to raise money for the museum so we could start doing some of our projects. When we first got the building, all the main floor was divided up into small rooms because the National Guard had made offices and stuff in there, so we had to tear out all those petitions walls that was in there and tear out old carpet that was on the floor. When we first started, we would have a huge roll-off at the front door, and we would take stuff out and load it in the dumpsters. They're working on one of the display cases that we got in, and we tried to put rollers on them so the girls could move them around better. Ready for another one of our garage sales that we would have in the basement.
A couple of sales out there too, you know. And
yeah, we had 2 auctions out there of stuff that was donated.
well, stuff downstairs and then stuff on the outside of the building.
Football players that come down, volunteered to come down and help. I don't know how we got a hold of them, but they come down and spend a day. They was good workers. The bad thing is they was too strong. They wanted to take and tear everything into little pieces instead of trying to get it out in big pieces. We fed them lunch that day. A lot of times when we was working out there, Sally and Barb Ludy would make chili or soup or something and bring out and feed us. Otherwise, we'd go over to the senior center and eat. She done a lot of work out there when we first started tearing into the building. Helping tear out some of the petition walls on the main floor. That's Merlin with her crowbar.
No, that's her cane.
A cane, okay. Yeah. We eventually tore all the wood and stuff off and exposed the brick. We saved all them 2x4s and stuff that we was tearing out and pulled nails and reused a lot of it. That's Jim Maloney and one of his grandsons. Jim donated a lot of his time out there helping us get a lot of that stuff rewired.
Yeah, I think it was.
See how white those brick are? After we got all that stuff took off, well, then we had to
Neuratic acid.
put neuratic acid on and put sealer on there to get them to look like they was. You could always tell when Merlin was having a good day with it because whenever she got a big piece, she would giggle and you could hear her all over the. Sometimes you would get a big piece of that to fall off, but a lot of times it was an inch or 2 at a time. And, Sally and Dwayne Snyder and Harold Leith done the majority part of that, putting that floor in and staining it. That floor come from the University of Missouri, one of the auditoriums down there.
I think mine was worse shape than that. I didn't think we'd ever get it done then even, did you?
No.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, we couldn't afford it. It was like $1,000 a piece. So we put the $200 deals in, the tall windows. But they really look about the same on the outside. There's Jack Lee.
That's Jack Lee helping do some of the cleanup.
Yeah. How many nails did he pull out of a board? 46 or something?
Oh, it was more than that.
Maybe it's more.
It was up close to 100.
Oh, okay.
All afternoon.
Yeah. One board.
Most of the time they didn't use paint, they used primer.
Well, it was, what do you call it?
Kills.
Kills, yeah.
We would sell them windows and then we would put a plaque below the window that had their names on them. That looks like some of the displays they had for the open house.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, we eventually took a polisher and went over all the terrazzo on the main floor.
Yeah.
George Schuler.
Oh, is that him?
He was the last director of the Still Hildreth.
Oh.
He's locked the doors when they
Yeah.
He's the one that locked the doors when they got done. The city actually paid to have that roof repaired for
Yeah.
us twice. To work for somebody else, and it fell through, and somehow we ended up with them, and they spent the whole day, and we was tearing out plaster on the third floor, and they was workers.
They look like superheroes.
Superheroes, that's what they call
That's what they
themselves.
call them, yeah.
And that's what they wore when they was working too.
Uh-huh.
They was a lot of fun. Some of our lumber we had saved.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would pack it upstairs, then we'd pack it back downstairs, and
And maybe pack it up or throw it away. Except the front door. We didn't have much stuff to.
display.
No, not really. Well, the walls sure look blank over, didn't they?
Yeah.
Look at them, nothing.
Now there isn't. a
Now
black spot on it.
everything's just about filled up.
The Blee's desk.
Yeah, there we are.
That's the crew after we got it set inside the
My
building.
God Almighty! I had to tear it down plumb to the door. I mean, get the door out, everything out, just to be able to get it in there. About 1/8 of an inch.
We went over to Hannibal and picked that.
Yeah, me and you went over first to see about it, and we couldn't lift it.
Couldn't budget.
No, it was a
Yeah, we had quite a crew.
Yeah.
The thing about this desk, we had after we got it set in the building, we had it on a pallet, and we had an old pallet jack that we would use to move stuff around for a long time. Anyway, we decided, me and Harold, that we needed to put that thing on something where we'd be able to move it around whenever we wanted to move it.
but
So we got some stuff organized and come out to do it, and Harold got down on the floor. Lo and behold, this thing has got rollers on it.
you couldn't hardly roll it on anything because
The
it just
rollers
barely.
barely clear
You
the
know.
floor, but it does have rollers on it.
Yeah, it's got rollers.
We didn't have to use the pallet jack anymore.
Got it.
We wanted to get it off the old pallet that we had it on and
Yeah.
put it on something where we display.
Now there it sits out there. And,
That's when we first was getting in town with it.
yeah, trying to decide how to do it.
And we got George talked Cal Holman in and letting us use his, what do you call that thing?
It's a forklift, but I mean it's
Some
a,
big forklift.
yeah, it's a,
And George would operate. He would go pick it up the touts and drive it out to our building
Yeah.
and then make sure it got delivered back after we
yeah.
got done using it. But I don't know how much that desk weighs, but it's got like 4 safes in it.
3 safes, I think.
3 safes, and it must have lots and lots of lead.
I don't know what's in there, concrete or lead or something.
one.